The following matchup is presented and played with Hockey Blast Express, a product of Play Games LLC, copyright 2023, all rights reserved. Welcome to this week's episode of the Hockey Blast Express Hour. In today's episode, we have a great matchup for you on hand, as we will rewind back to another Stanley Cup Finals matchup that featured the Tampa Bay Lightning and the Colorado Avalanche, as we will look back and play out the 2022 Stanley Cup Final on our tabletop to right now. Stay tuned for Puck Drop for Game 1 coming up next, but first, let's say a little bit of thanks and say hello to our official Play Games sponsors. We would like to take the time to send out a special thanks to our Play Game sponsors for sponsoring today's episode. Today's episode of the Hockey Blast Express Hour is brought to you in part by Bitty Beer. They say it's a blend of hops, rice, and barley that gives Bitty Beer its distinctive taste. But we know better. It's our brewing process that gives our beer that one-of-a-kind flavor that no premium beer can match. Our vats have never been clean, so there's an itty bit of history in every can. Bitty Beer, the beer for folks who can't afford better. And we remind you, if you choose to drink Bitty Beer, please remember to drink responsibly. And by Doc Cola, the official cola beverage of the Play Games community. Doc Cola uses the finest imitation ingredients that bring you that sugary blast of caffeine you've come to know and love. With twice the sugar and 3 times the caffeine of any other major brand, Doc Cola is sure to keep you wired from dawn until dusk. So, while you're at it, take the Doc Cola challenge and see where our customers agree you'll never be able to wean yourself from refreshing Doc Cola. And by Ice Brew, the official brewery choice of the Play Games community. Brewed in the frozen tundra of northern Wisconsin, Ice Brew is a beer made for sports fans and tailgating. Our 150-year-old family recipe is brewed to make the most of every ingredient. We use hops, barley, wheat, corn, rice, oats, quinoa, spelt, malt, and sunflower seeds blended together with the finest water shipped in from the shores of Lake Michigan. One sip, and you'll agree there's nothing like Ice Brew. And by Pizza Kingdom, the official pizza joint of the Play Games community. At Pizza Kingdom, our signature New York pizza starts with the crust when we layer on our homemade pizza sauce, then load your pizza up with mounds of cheese. When it comes out of the oven, it's piping hot, golden brown, and ready for you to enjoy. And we give that majestic culinary work of art to Mikey, our 16-year-old delivery driver, who is as responsible as a tree stump. Pizza Kingdom. It was sure perfection when it's left in the store. And we are just about ready to go here for Game 1 of this Stanley Cup Finals Rewind matchup for the 2021-22 NHL season, featuring the 2022 Stanley Cup Final, featuring the Tampa Bay Lightning and the Colorado Avalanche. With that being said, just like in the last episode of the Stanley Cup Final rewind between the New York Rangers and the Vancouver Canucks from the 94 Stanley Cup Finals. I searched online the who played on the Stanley Cup Final team, and for both teams, both the Lightning and Colorado, and the same thing with New York and Vancouver. I found the players who played in the matchup, and we are going to play out a 3-game set here. Not a best of, but a normal 3-game set between these two fierce teams that competed for Lord Stanley's drink, the Stanley Cup. For Colorado, it was their first cup since, I want to believe, 1995, like in the mid 1990s. And for Tampa Bay, this would be their third Stanley Cup Finals in a row, as history would show. They went to the finals during the COVID 2020 season, in the COVID shortened 2020 season, and 2021. And then, of course, Tampa Bay had beaten the Dallas Stars in 2020, and the Montreal Canadiens, the only Stanley Cup final that featured in conference in division opponents, and that was the only time that happened. So now this is Tampa Bay's third trip to the final, as history would show it, as the Colorado Avalanche stopped the dynasty of the Tampa Bay Lightning and denied them their third cup in the last 3 Stanley Cup Finals. With that being said, let's hope Colorado can do the same thing out on the tabletop. Your starting netminders for Game 1 of this episode of Stanley Cup Finals Rewind. For Tampa Bay, it'll be Andrei Vasilevsky, and in net for the Avs, it'll be Darcy Kemper. With that being said, let's get the puck dropped and let's play some hockey. And right off the bat, we're going to begin with a penalty check between both anyone on the ice for the Avs against Steven Stamkos. It looks like this early, I think. This is going to be interesting. So here's what we're going to do. 1-2, Tampa Bay is going to go on the power play. 3-4, we tie. 5-6, Colorado is going to go on the power play. And it looks like Colorado is going to. Well, unfortunately, we can't. I'm sorry, I forgot that. So we're looking at Steven Stamkos. Let's see what we can do with this. Dot, we tie. And it looks like someone is going to go. And it looks like that. Unfortunately, just by looking at the players here, I just realized Stamkos is probably going to go to the box, as Andrei Burakovsky or Arturi Lehkonen or Darren Helm is going to take the power play opportunity here for the Avs. I think that's what we'll do. So we'll roll the red die. 1-2, Burakovsky takes the power play opportunity. 3-4, Arturi Lehkonen takes it. Helm on a 5 and 6. And it will be Darren Helm, the former Detroit Red Wing, as he will skate on into Andrei Vasilevsky to hopefully net a 2 or 3 with a dot to make the stop. A 3 with a dot will do so, as this takes it worse for the wear, as Andrei Vasilevsky stops Darren Helm dead in his tracks. We're going to begin next with a quality check between anybody in the ice for the Avs against player number 5. That will be on Anthony Cirelli, as the quality we're looking for is hits. Cirelli is not going to win this one. The only guy out there on the ice that has hits is Nicholas Aube-Kubel of the Avs. So Aube-Kubel is going to win that battle over hit versus Cirelli. And Aube-Kubel is going to skate on into Andrei Vasilevsky to hopefully net a 2 or a 3 with a dot to make the stop, which he does. We got ourselves a quality check between players 1 and anybody on the ice for the Lightning that has power. Okay, so pick your poison. Hedman, Ruda, and McDonough. I do want to keep McDonough out there for the circle, Ruda out there for the square, and Hedman out there for the power play circle star symbol. So it's down between Perry. Oh, Cerulean. Flip. So not Cirelli. I'm sorry. So it's either besides Andre Palat, Corey Perry is going to have to tie with Andre Burakovsky. So Burakovsky and Corey Perry will tie with power as both guys have the same quality. And we will move on to the next segment here in this one. Oh, and it's a visitor scoring chance of a 66. Oh my gosh, choice home player scores a goal. So the Avs do get on the board. It's 1-0. Let's see who scored the goal. 6, excuse me, player with the best shot rating. That's going to go to Val Nichushkin. So Valerie Nichushkin will score the game's first goal. And that is going to be it for that portion, and we will move on to the next one. Home scoring chance of a 31, and it reads, choice home players rolls for a rebound goal using shot stars +2. You better believe it. I'm giving that opportunity to Nathan MacKinnon because he needs to roll a 2 +2 is 4 or a 5 with a dot. Likinen would have done on a 3, on a 1, 2, or 3. Same with Comfort. So I do believe I'm going to give the chance to Nathan MacKinnon. So a 4 or a 5 with a dot, Nathan MacKinnon will score the rebound goal. Yes, he will score the rebound goal. Nathan MacKinnon gives the Avs a 2-0 lead, and we will stay put in this segment and move on to the next portion of this segment with a penalty check between players 4 and 1. So we got Arturi Lehkonen against Victor Hedman. The quality we're looking for is hit. Neither Lehkonen or Hedman have hit, so that is going to be all she wrote for the first period, but not before 2 quick goals by the Avs. Has Val Nichushkin and Nathan MacKinnon to put them up by a score of 2-0 after 20 minutes of play. We start the second with a visitor scoring chance of a 43. It reads, any visitor player with a triangle creates a goal. Yes, Andre Palat does have a triangle printed out on his card, so he is going to skate on into Darcy Kemper to hopefully net a 1, 2, or 3 to make the stop, which he will do so. And that is going to be it for that segment, and we will move on to the next one. Let's say hello to a quality check between players 1 and 3. That's Logan O'Connor and Jan Ruda. The quality we're looking for is skill. It looks like neither player has skill, so we will move on to the next segment here in this one. Penalty check between players 5 and 6. Or excuse me, between players 5 and anybody in the ice for the Lightning. Um, well, either way, this is going to get interesting here. So here's what we'll do 1, 2. Oh, we can't. Okay. So let's see here. Let's think about it. Gabe Landeskog is the player in question for the Avs. And no matter what, we could tie or the Lightning are going to go on the power play. We'll have the lucky decider die decide. Dot, we tie. And the Lightning are going to go on the power play. So Gabe Landeskog is going to go to the box. So let's see who's going to take the power play advantage here. So between Paul, Sergachev, McDonough, and Chernak, besides 2 or a 6, we'll have the red die decide. Reroll, 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 reroll. 5, Eric Chernak. So Eric Chernak will skate on into Darcy Kemper to take this power play opportunity, as Kemper needs to make a 1, 2, or 3 to make the stop, which he does. And we will be moving on to the next segment here in game 1 with the score Avs 2, Tampa Bay nothing. We got ourselves a quality check begin to take over in this next portion, in the next segment here, between players 1 and anybody in the ice for the not the Avs, for the Lightning. The quality in question we're looking for is star. Cagliano does not have star, but the only player out there for the Lightning that has star is Braden Point. So he's going to win that battle against Andrew Cagliano. So Point's going to skate on into Kemper to hopefully net a 1, 2, or 3 to make the stop, which he does. And that is going to be all she wrote for the second period, as it was a eventful but quiet second period here at the Payoff Ball Arena in Denver, Colorado, for game 1 of the Stanley Cup Finals Rewind episode of the Hockey Blast Express Hour, featuring the 2022 Stanley Cup Finals of the Colorado Avalanche and the Tampa Bay Lightning, with the Avs leading the Lightning 2-0. We begin the third with a penalty check between players 5 and 1. That's Teus and Paul, both players with the same penalty rating of 0.5. And that is going to be all she wrote for this segment. And we will move on to the next one. We got ourselves a quality check between players 1 and 2. That's Burakovsky and Maroon. The quality we're looking for is speed. Andrei Burakovsky has that quality of speed, so he's going to skate on into Andrei Vasilevsky to hopefully net a 2 or a 3 with a dot to make the stop. He can't, and the Avs will take a 3-0 lead, courtesy of Andrei Burakovsky. And it was 2. We stay put in this segment with a visitor scoring chance of a 14. Home goalie must make play save. So Darcy Kemper needs to make a 1, 2, or 3 to make the stop. He does, to keep this shutout intact as we move on to the next segment. Quality check, not a quality check, penalty check, I should say, between players 1 and 2. That's Logan O'Connor and Alex Killorn. And it looks like, Alex Killorn's going to go to the box, as Logan O'Connor is going to skate on into Andrei Vasilevsky, as he needs to make a 1, a 2, or a 3 with a dot to make the stop. He does, to keep this game aim in hand for the Lightning, hopefully to come back. But too little, too late, as we enter into the final segment here of game 1 of this episode of the Stanley Cup Finals Rewind, as part of the Hockey Blast Express Hour. Quality check between players 3 and 4. That's Jack Johnson and Ryan McDonough. The quality we're looking for is hit. It looks like Ryan McDonough has hit, as he's going to move in on Darcy Kemper to hopefully net a 1, 2, or 3 to make the stop. Kemper saves it. It's a shutout. Otherwise, the shutout will be broken, and it'll be 3-1, and we continue on in this segment. And it looks like the shutout is over, as Ryan McDonough will score the game's first goal for the Lightning. the fourth goal of the game, and the shutout breaker for Darcy Kemper. Quality check between players one and anybody on the ice for the Lightning. Tagliano and is going to be the player in question as we look for the quality of speed. Excuse me. The only players out there with speed are Sergachev and Hagel, as Tagliano is not going to win this one. Oh, man. It's Sergachev. And it will be Sergachev. So Sergachev's going to win that battle for speed against Andrew Cogliano. Z will skate on into Darcy Kemper to hopefully net a 1, 2, or 3 to make the stop. Wow, what is going on here? Tampa Bay is trying to mount a historic comeback. Mounting a comeback here. And I don't know what's going on here. It's all of a sudden 3-2, and we will stay put right here in in this segment with another quality check. This time it'll be between Andre Burakovsky and Corey Perry. The quality we're looking for is power. That is going to be the ball game, folks. Burakovsky and Perry both have power, and we are going to. Not the ball game. Sorry, we are going to go to the empty net mini chart. Getting ahead of myself as Darcy Kemper. As Vasilevsky goes to the bench for an extra skater for Tampa Bay. And let's see what we got. 9. The game is over. Darcy Kemper said, "The heck with this. I'm ending this game right now." And exactly that's what he did. The Avs hang on to win game 1 of this Stanley Cup Finals Rewind by a final score of 3-2. Stay tuned for the Bitty Beer game summary presented by your favorite Bitty Beer products coming up next, as well as we take a look at our key plays from game 1 before we head out to Amalie Arena for then Amalie Arena in Tampa Bay for game number 2. What an intense game 1 that we have seen here for this episode of Stanley Cup Finals Rewind, featuring the 2022 Stanley Cup Final, featuring the Tampa Bay Lightning and the Colorado Avalanche. The Avs would skate away with would hang on to a 3-2 win, as it was crazy at the end of the third period with back-to-back goals from Ryan McDonagh and Mikhail Sergachev, as they would only net the 2 goals for Tampa Bay in this game. The penalties came from Steven Stamkos and Alex Killorn. Both were on a play save from Andrei Vasilevsky. And let's see, the quality check wins. Point would take home honors for star. Ryan McDonagh and Mikhail Sergachev as part of that back-to-back goal comeback almost would tie the game up and forcing overtime, as McDonagh would take home hit and Mikhail Sergachev would take home speed. For the 21-22 Colorado Avalanche, Val Nichushkin would score, as well as Nathan MacKinnon and Andre Burakovsky would net home their first goals of this episode of Stanley Cup Finals Rewind. Gabe Landeskog will take home a unfortunate penalty, but Darcy Kemper would make the play save. Of course, going for the quality check wins, Nicholas Aube-Kubel would take home hit, and Andre Burakovsky would take home speed. Here are your key plays of the game presented by your favorite Bitty Beer products. If you choose to drink Bitty Beer, please remember to drink responsibly. In the first period of the 5th and 10th minutes, Andrei Vasilevsky would make 2 key play saves, one off of a Colorado power play opportunity. that led to Steven Stamkos going to the box, and a quality check attempt from Nicholas Aube-Kubel. In the 20th minute, Colorado would score back-to-back goals, one by Val Nichushkin and Nathan McKinnon. Second period showed no key plays, but in the third period, this is where things got a little bit interesting as Tampa Bay breaks up Darcy Kemper's shutout bid with back-to-back goals from Ryan McDonough and Mikhail Sergachev, but they fail to tie things up as the Avs hung on for a 3-2 victory in Game 1. Here are your 3 stars of the game presented by your favorite Biddy Beer products. Star number 3 I would definitely have to give it to Mikhail Sergachev as he would net home the second goal of the back-to-back goals in the second period by the Lightning. He would take home that as well as a quality check win for speed. Andrei Burakovsky would take home the game winner in the third, as well as a quality check win. His quality check win came off, as mentioned, for speed. And of course, Darcy Kemper has got to be the first star of the game for game one, as he came so close to a 24 unofficial 24 saves shutout bid, but hung on to win but the Avs hung on to win the game for him by a final of 3-2. Stay tuned for game two coming up next. Excuse me, I should say, stay tuned for puck drop and game two of this matchup. Who's gonna, uh, excuse me, who is, excuse me, who, Colorado gonna go up 2-0 to hopefully force a sweep? Or will Tampa Bay manage to come back to force a winner take all? We'll find out. Puck drop for game two is next. And we are back with game two of this Stanley Cup Finals Rewind matchup featuring the 2021-22 Tampa Bay Lightning and the 21-22 Colorado Avalanche. Currently the Avalanche lead this Stanley Cup Finals Rewind matchup 1-0 as they take it by a nail biter of 3-2. With that being said, your starting netminders for game two are going to be Pavel Francouz for the Avs, and in net for the Lightning will be Andrei Vasilevsky, as he was the only goaltender to start of all 7 games of the 2022 Stanley Cup Final. With that being said, let's see if the Tampa Bay Lightning can pull out a win to hopefully avoid the sweep and go to a winner take all game three coming up after the conclusion of this game two. Let's see what happens. Let's drop the puck and play some hockey. And we're going to begin game two with a quality check between players 4 and 3. That's Hagel and Eric Johnson. The quality we're looking for is speed. It looks like Brandon Hagel has speed, so he's going to skate on into Pavel Francouz. Hopefully net a 1, 2, or 3 to make the stop. He won't, and the Tampa Bay Lightning get on the board early, courtesy of Brandon Hagel. We stay put in this segment with another quality check. This time again, it'll be players 4 and 3. This time it'll be Ross Colton against Cale Makar. The quality we're looking for is power. Tampa Bay Lightning, the Lightning won one. Now it's the Avs' turn to win one. As Cale Makar, it does have power, so he's going to skate on into Andrei Vasilevsky to hopefully net a 2 or a 3 with a 3 with a dot to stop the Cale Makar scoring attempt. He won't. The game is tied, courtesy of Cale Makar. And we stay put in this segment with Oh my goodness, another score, another quality check. And again, players 4 and 3, Ryan McDonough and Jack Johnson. The quality we're looking for is smart. This time, both players have smart. And that is going to be it for that segment. And we will move on to the next one. Oh, we got ourselves a penalty check between anybody in the ice for the Lightning against player number 3. That is Eric Johnson. Uh, all right, now here we go. So we'll have 3-4 tie. 1-2. The visitors are going to go on the power play. Well, actually, no, we can't. Sorry. So here's what we'll do: dot we tie, blank the Lightning are going to go on the power play. So dot we are tying. So it's between Hagel, Stamkos, and yeah, one of those two flipping. Hagel was just brought up, so I think it'll be Stamkos to be the unlucky contestant. So we'll go right across from him with Stamkos, as both guys have the same penalty rating of 0.5. And we will move on to the next segment here in this hockey game. Visitor scoring chance of a 41, and it reads visitor player in 4, that's Alex Newhook. He creates a goal opportunity with a quality roll of skill or a triangle. Although Newhook does not have a triangle, he does have skill well enough to skate on into Andrei Vasilevsky to hopefully net a 2 or a 3 with a dot to make the stop. He won't, and the Avs will take a 2-1 lead courtesy of Alex Newhook. Stay put in this segment with a quality check between players 5 and 2. That is Zach Bogosian and JT Compher. The quality we're looking for is power. It looks like Zach Bogosian's going to win this one because he does have power. So he's going to skate on into Pavel Francouz to hopefully net a 1, 2, or 3 to make the stop, which he will do so. And that is going to be it for that segment. And we will move on to the next one. We got ourselves a penalty check between players 2 and 4. That's Pat Maroon and Nico Sturm. Pat Maroon is going to go to the box as he has a penalty rating of 1.5. So Nico Sturm is going to skate on into Andrei Vasilevsky to hopefully net a 2 or a 3 with a dot to make the stop. Yes, he can. Yes, he made that stop. Vasilevsky is standing on his head to keep this game within 1 goal as he tosses the power play attempt by the wayside for the Al. And after 20 minutes have been played here at Emily Arena here in Tampa Bay, the score is Colorado 2, Tampa Bay 1. Home scoring chance to begin the second period here with a 35, and it reads home player in 3, that's Jan Ruda. He creates a goal opportunity with a quality roll of smart or a triangle. Although he does not have a triangle, he does have smart well enough to move on into Pavel Francouz to hopefully net 1, 2, or 3 to make the stop. He can't, and the Lightning will score the goal, courtesy of Jan Ruda. This game is all tied up at 2-all as we head to the next portion here in this 5-minute segment of the first I should say the first segment of this second period. We got ourselves a quality check between players 2 and anybody on the ice for the Avs that has smart. Besides Byram, pick your poison between Rantanen, Makar, Lankinen, and O'Connor. Um, I may be doing something stupid here, but I think I'm going to go across from him with Mikko Rantanen. So both Killorn and Rantanen will flop as the flip, I should say, as both guys have the same quality of smart. And that is going to be it for that segment. And we will move on to the next one. Home scoring chance of a 56, and it reads: any visitor player with a square stops a Tampa Bay goal. That's why I kept him out there for a reason. Cale Makar will stop the Tampa Bay Lightning goal scoring opportunity to keep this game knotted up at 2-all as we head to the next segment. Penalty check between both players in 5. It looks like, and that's Byerman Kucherov, as both guys have the same penalty rating of 0.5. The ref says play on, but if I catch you doing something stupid, you're going to the sin bin. Visitor scoring chance of a 45. It reads: any visitor player with a power play circle star symbol creates a power play goal. Yes, Nazem Kadri does have the excuse me, does have the power play circle star symbol printed out on his card. So he's going to skate on into Andrei Vasilevsky to hopefully net a 2 or a 3 with a dot to make the stop. Oh, and he does. Yikes. And that's going to keep things knotted up at 2 as we play through the first 40 minutes of this hockey game here in game 2. It's going to come down to a suspenseful third period of action here at then Amalie Arena in Tampa Bay Lightning. Excuse me, here in Tampa Bay with the score all even at 2-all between the Lightning and the Avalanche for this episode of the Stanley Cup Finals Rewind of the Hockey Blast Express Hour. Visitor scoring chance of a 26 to begin this third period. Choice visitor player, excuse me, it reads: choice visitor player rolls for a goal using assist stars +2. This is interesting because the assist stars, the only assist stars that are out there that could possibly happen is Arturi Lehkonen, because he needs to roll a 2 or a 3 with a dot to score the goal. Comfer and O'Connor have to net a 1 or a 2. So I think we're going to try it with Arturi Lehkonen. A 2 or a 3 with a dot will score the goal. It will, and the Avs will take a 3-2 lead courtesy of Arturi Lehkonen. Stay put. Home scoring chance of a 31. It reads: choice home player rolls for rebound goal using shot stars +2. Uh, yes, Brandon Hagel. I'm going to give the opportunity to Hagel because he needs to net a 1, 2, 3, or 4 to score the goal, which he will do so. The game is tied up courtesy of Brandon Hagel. You stay put in this segment with a penalty check between players 2 and anybody in the ice for the Colorado Avalanche. Corey Perry will be the player in question. Dot, we tie because there's no way that the Tampa Bay Lightning can go on the power play. So here's what we'll do. Dot, we tie. And the Avs are going to go on the power play. So Corey Perry's going to go to the box. So besides Manson, Newhook, Johnson, Comfer, or O'Connor is going to take the power play opportunity. So we're going to roll the red die. 5 or a 6 is a reroll. So it looks like it's going to be Alex Newhook taking the power play opportunity as he will skate on into Andrei Vasilevsky to hopefully net a 2 or a 3 with a dot to make the save. As usual, Vasilevsky is standing on his head. He stops the Alex Newhook attempt on the power play. to keep this game all knotted up at 3 apiece. Another penalty check. This time it'll be between players 1 and 5. Pierre-Edouard Bellemare will be the player in question for the for the Lightning. Lauren is out on the ice there. Cards here, guys. Hang on. The player in question for the Avs is going to be Josh Manson. Both guys have the same penalty rating of 1. We go. Both guys have the same penalty rating of 1. So, and that's going to be all she wrote for that segment. And the ref says play on. But if I catch you doing something stupid, you're going to the sin bin, as usual. We go on to the next segment with the quality check between players 1 for the Avs against anybody on the ice for the Lightning. Oh, Bellemare needs to flip. That's my fault. The quality we're looking for is hit. So player 1 is Hedman. Oh, I'm sorry. Excuse me. Player 1 is Logan O'Connor, I should say. So it's anybody out there on the ice that has hit that's going to win it is either Maroon, Sergachev, or Colton. Maroon was just flipped. So it's between Colton and Sergachev. It's Sergachev. And it will be Colton. So Ross Colton will win this battle with O'Connor for hits, as he will skate on in to Pavel Francouz to hopefully net a 1-2 or a 2, a 1-2 or 3 to make the stop. He can't, and the Lightning take a 4-3 lead courtesy of Ross Colton. This game is really taking its toll here, as the Lightning needs to win this one to force a winner take all game 3. We got ourselves a quality check between players 3 and 2. That's Sergachev and Sergachev and JT Compher. The quality we're looking for is hit. Mikhail Sergachev will win this one as he moves in on Pavel Francouz to hopefully net a 1-2 or 3 to make the stop. He won't, and it's back-to-back goals for the Lightning. Colton and Sergachev will probably maybe seal the deal this time for a 5-3 lead over the Colorado Avalanche. Quality check between both players in 3. That's Stamkos and Jack Johnson. The quality we're looking for is the quality in question we're looking for is speed. It looks like Steven Stamkos is going to win this one, as he does have speed, as he will skate on into Pavel Francouz to hopefully net a 1-2 or 3 to make the stop. He won't, and it's 6-3 Colorado, or excuse me, 6-3 Tampa Bay. And the coach has called time, has probably called timeout here to get things under control as the Tampa Bay Lightning look to escape Emily Arena, the then Emily Arena, with a score of a possible 6-3 outcome. But we have one more segment to go, and let's see what the coach has decided here. They are probably going to keep Francouz in there, hopefully to stop him, to hopefully stop the bleeding here. But if he gives up one more goal, he's probably going to be coming out, and there will be a goaltending change. We got a quality check between players 2 and 4, Maroon and Nico Sturm for Smart. Oh man, Pat Maroon is going to win that one, as he does have Smart. So he's going to skate on into Francouz to hopefully net 1, 2, or 3 to make the stop. He won't, and it's 7-3. Man, oh man, the Lightning are pounding it on to the Avs here in game 2. And Bednar, the coach of the Avs, of the 21-22 Avs, says that's enough. Bring in Darcy Kemper, which I don't think is going to make much of a difference, as it is now 7-3 Tampa Bay. And let's see if Darcy Kemper can stop the bleeding here. Excuse me, a penalty check between anybody in the ice for the Lightning against player 4. That's Arturi Lehkonen. Well, either way, I do want to give Colorado a chance to come back. So we are definitely gonna have Tampa Bay go to the box. Well, let's see what the decider die decides. We tie. All right, we will tie. So it's going to be between McDonough, Nash. You know, we'll flip Nash. So Nash and Lehkonen will tie with a penalty rating of 0. And the ref says play on, but if I catch you do something stupid, you're going to the sin bin, as usual. Quality check between anybody on the ice for the Lightning against player number 3. That's Eric Johnson. Excuse me. The quality we're looking for is skill. Other than Ruda, pick your poison between Hedman, Perry, McDonough, and Cirelli. Cirelli was flipped. McDonough, I'm keeping out there, so I think it's down between Perry and Hedman. It's Hedman. And it will be Hedman. So Hedman's going to win that battle for skill against Jack Johnson, as Hedman will skate on into Darcy Kemper to hopefully net a 1, 2, or 3 to make the stop. Which he does, and that is going to be your ball game, folks. The Tampa Bay Lightning roar right back into this series, tying things up at 1-1 to force a winner-take-all game back at Ball Arena in Denver. Once again, your final score here for Game 2, the Lightning pound the Avs by a final score of 7-3. Stay tuned for the Biddy Beer game summary, our keys and our key plays of the game. And Game 3, winner take all of this episode of Stanley Cup Finals Rewind for the Hockey Blast Express Hour, coming up in a matter of moments. What an intense Game 2 that we have just watched in that third period, with a 5-goal third from the Tampa Bay Lightning, as they would skate away with the 7-3 victory, tying up this tying up this 3-game set at 1 game apiece, forcing a winner take all, as the Lightning defeat the Avs by a final score, I should say, of 7-3. As we welcome you inside the post game show, presented by your favorite Biddy Beer products for Game 2. As you can see, Tampa Bay, they went in, guns blazing. It's like, hey, we want to force a Game 3. Well, guess what? They did. And courtesy came from Brandon Hagel, as he would score the 2 goals needed and necessarily, that would put the Tampa Bay Lightning in that position. Jan Ruda, Ross Colton, Mikhail Sergachev would also net his second goal of this matchup. Steven Stamkos would net his first, and Pat Maroon would score the game winner and his first in Game 2. Of course, Patty Maroon and Corey Perry would head off to the box for the penalties for Tampa Bay, and both ended up in a play-safe situation. Your quality check wins came from Brandon Hagel, Zach Bogosian, Ross Colton, Mikhail Sergachev, Steven Stamkos, Pat Maroon, and Victor Hedman. Colton, Sergachev, Stamkos, and Pat Maroon were part of that huge break, huge, I would say, 2-minute a 2-minute rush, as they would forced Colorado's hand to make a goaltending change late in the third, as Colton and Sergachev, I should say, would take home the quality check wins for hit. Steven Stamkos would take home the quality check win for speed. Pat Maroon knocking out Pavel Francouz, the starting netminder for the Avalanche, with the quality check win of Smart and the game winner. Victor Hedman would come through with a final push, hoping to net an eighth goal, but too little too late, as Darcy Kemper in relief would say, "Nah, not like this. We'll take home we'll take you guys on in game three. We'll see you then," as the Tampa Bay Lightning defeat the Colorado Avalanche by a final of 7-3. Cale Makar, Alex Newhook, and Arturi Leikkanen would take home goals for the Colorado Avalanche. No penalties were forced on the Avs, but Cale Makar would take home the lone quality check win for power for the Avs. Here are your key plays of the game presented by your favorite Bitty Bear products for game two. In the fifth minute, I'm sorry, I spelled minute out wrong there. Tampa Bay and Colorado would net a monkey see, monkey do pair of goals off of quality check attempts. Brandon Hagel would net the quality check win for speed, while Cale Makar would net home the quality check win for power. In the second period, finally, we get a key play in the second period after all this time. But Cale Makar would make a nice key stop on a Tampa Bay power play goal opportunity. And in the third period, as mentioned before, in the 15th minute, Tampa Bay would break loose as they netted 4 straight goals to chase Pavel Francouz from the game, where Pat Maroon would net the game winner in the 15th minute of the third period. Here are your 3 stars from game 2, presented by your favorite Bitty Bear products. Star number 3, I had to give it to Cale Makar, as he would net a goal plus a quality check win, as well as I would have to give the honors to him for that key stop on the penalty kill. Andrei Vasilevsky would take home the second star of game 2, as he would take home the win and made an unofficial 30 saves for game 2. Brandon Hagel, of course, as mentioned before, Brandon Hagel would take home the first star honors, as he would net the ice breaking goal, as well as another goal later on in the game, as in the second period, as he would net home his first 2 goals of this matchup, as well as a quality check win. Between the Avs and the Lightning, we have a tense game 3, but here's the catch. The Avs are looking to win game 3 to hopefully retain history, but the Lightning are looking to win game 3 and hopefully to become the NHL's next three-peat dynasty team to, for one, three-peat, but also become the next NHL dynasty. What's going to happen? I wonder what's going to happen in game 3. Well, I guess we're going to find out right now. Stay tuned for Puck Drop for game 3 for this winner take all game presented by your favorite Bitty Beer products. And again, if you choose to drink Bitty Beer, please remember to drink responsibly. As always, it has big taste at a bitty price. It's Bitty Beer. Stay tuned for Puck Drop of game 3 coming up next. This is it. Winner take all game 3 between the Tampa Bay Lightning and the Colorado Avalanche. This feels like a game 7, and we're diving into one right here and right now. Your starting netminders for game 3 is going to be Andrei Vasilevsky for Tampa Bay, and for Colorado, it's Darcy Kemper. Both teams have won one game in this Stanley Cup Finals Rewind matchup. Now it's time for the winner take all game. Is Colorado going to um, repeat history, or will Tampa Bay shock Colorado and somehow make history and history on our tabletop by winning the Stanley Cup? With that being said, let's find out. Drop the puck and let's play some hockey. Oh, and what you know, right off the bat, we got a fight plus a momentum shot off of a triple five. Let's see if we got any takers. Unfortunately, we don't. Only one, excuse me, only one team has fight ratings. Don't see any out there on the Avs. So it looks like no fight happens. So it's a no action, and we will move on to the next segment. We got ourselves a quality check to begin in this next segment between players 1 and 3. That's Cagliano and Jan Ruda. The quality we're looking for is power. Excuse me. Ruda is going to win that one as he does have power. So he's going to skate on in to Darcy Kemper to hopefully net a 1, 2, or 3 to make the stop. He does to keep this game all deadlocked, even at 0 apiece. We go on to the next segment with it's a triple two. So this is going to be a critical face-off. So let's see. The highest face-off rating for the Tampa Bay Lightning is a 54, courtesy of Nick Paul. And the highest face-off rating is Mikko Rantanen. So unfortunately for Colorado, Nick Paul is going to win this critical face-off, and he's going to have a 6-star shot, or excuse me, an immediate shot against the goalie spec save rating of 1, 2, or 3. Darcy Kemper will stop it. He will do so. Nick Paul wins the critical face-off, but Darcy Kemper makes the save. Think of it, shot right off the draw. You're imagining it at home. Home scoring chance of a 61. Any visitor player with a circle prevents a power play goal. Yes, Ryan McDonough does have the circle printed out on his card, well enough to stop the Colorado power play goal attempt. And we had two. I just went with I just realized we have two out there printed out on Belmar, and the card that we flipped was McDonough. So yeah, I could have at least did the decider die, but I went with um McDonough's card. So in the end, it's all for naught as this game goes to and after 20 minutes of hockey played in the books, we have no score here in game number 3. Another home scoring chance to begin the second period. This time it is a 41. Home player in 5. That's Darren Helm. He creates a goal opportunity with a quality roll of speed or a square. Or excuse me, he creates a goal with a quality roll of speed or a triangle. No and no. Darren Helm does not have either one of those two. So therefore, it's going to be a no action result. And we will move on. I'm dropping my cards. And we will be moving on to the next segment here in this one. Quality check between players 4 and 1. That is going to be Newhook and Belmar. Both guys have the same penalty rating of 0. And that is going to be it for that segment. And we will move on to the next one. We got ourselves another quality check. This time it'll be between both players in 1. The quality we're looking for is power. Both players have power between Hedman and Burakovsky. And we will move on to the next segment. Another quality check. This time it'll be between players 3 and 5. That's Makar and Anthony Cirelli. The quality we're looking for is power. Both players have power, and folks, this is a knockdown, drag 'em out brawl here in game number 3 here to see who's going to take home the Stanley Cup, who's going to take home the cup, as the cup is in the arena right now for this episode of the Stanley Cup Finals Rewind. Can Colorado mount mount uh, their chance to repeat history, or will Tampa Bay be making history and become the NHL's next dynasty? Quality check to begin the third period between players 1 and 4. That's O'Connor and Hagel. The quality we're looking for is speed. Both O'Connor and Hagel have speed. Oh man, this is going to be interesting, folks. Hang on to your hats. And we got triple sixes. This is going to be an injury to a visiting player. And as usual, we are playing with the Stanley Cup playoff rosters. So we are going to ignore injuries altogether. And we're going to create, and we're going to say, this is going to be a home scoring chance of a 66. And of course, we're going to ignore injuries. It's going to be a choice home player scores a goal. So let's see who it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 will be a reroll. 3, that's Jack Johnson. Jack Johnson is going to score the game's first goal, courtesy of for Colorado. And it breaks a, let's see here, 40, 45, almost a 50-minute, almost a 50-minute, almost a 45 to 50 plus minute shutout between these two goaltenders, Vasilevsky and Kemper, as Vasilevsky blinks and allows the game's first goal to be scored. We got ourselves a another quality check. This time it'll be between players 5 and 2. Abe Kubel and Perry will be the players in question. The quality we're looking for is smart. Corey Perry has smart, as he's going to skate on into Darcy Kemper to hopefully net a 1, 2, or 3 to make the stop. He won't. The game is tied, courtesy of Corey Perry. It didn't take long before once Colorado scored, so do the Tampa Bay Lightning. Stay put in this segment with a quality check between players 5 and 3, Val Nichushkin and player number 3, that's Mikhail Sergachev. The quality we're looking for is speed. Mikhail Sergachev has speed, so he's going to skate on into Darcy Kemper to hopefully net a 1, 2, or 3 to make the stop. He won't, and the Tampa Bay Lightning from out of nowhere score the next 2 goals. What the heck is going on? Wow, unbelievable. We stay put in this segment with another quality check. This time it'll be between players 1 and 3, Cogliano and Steven Stamkos for speed. Unfortunately, Steven Stamkos has speed, so he's going to skate on into Darcy Kemper to hopefully to net a 1, 2, or 3 to make the stop, which he will do so to keep this game right where it's at of 2-1 as we head to the next segment here. Hopefully the Avs can mount a comeback. Here in this one, it's going to take a lot of guts to do it. Visitor scoring chance of a 31, and it reads, choice visitor player rolls for a goal using shot stars +2. You better believe it. I'm going to give that opportunity to Alex Killorn, as he needs to roll a 2, or excuse me, a 3, or a 4 with a dot to score the goal. He won't, and that is all the momentum. That is all the momentum that Colorado needed. As we head into the final segment, quality check between players 5 and 2. That's McKinnon and Pat Maroon. The quality we're looking for is smart. Both players have smart, and we are going to go to the empty net mini chart. Kemper is going to the is going to the bot. Excuse me, is going to the bench. Seven. Leading team scores an empty net goal. Oh man. Oh man, oh man, that's gotta sting. That has got to really sting. 12. All right, we're gonna roll a die. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 will be a reroll. 2, Corey Perry is gonna score the empty netter, and that is going to be it, folks. The game is over, and Tampa Bay on our tabletop will seal up a 3-1 victory and take this Stanley Cup Finals Rewind and make history and become NH and possibly would have become NHL's next dynasty by winning their third cup in the last 3 finals. Man, oh man, all the momentum really came out of the Avs corner back in game 1. That was a really stinger. That was stunning then, and it's stunning now. Man, even though the Avs won the Stanley Cup in 2022, but out on our tabletop, the Tampa Bay Lightning, if for this episode of the Stanley Cup Finals Rewind, take game 3 and the series in this Stanley Cup Finals matchup, Stanley Cup Finals Rewind matchup by a game score of 3-1 and win this matchup by winning 2 games to 1. Stay tuned for the episode summary as well as the game summary for Game 3 presented by your favorite Bitty Beer products. And again, we remind you, if you choose to drink Bitty Beer, please remember to drink responsibly. As always, it has big taste at a bitty price. It's Bitty Beer. Well, just like that, on the tabletop, the Tampa Bay Lightning would take home Lord Stanley, but unfortunately, Colorado, even though Colorado won in real life, Tampa Bay on our tabletop would take home this matchup for Stanley Cup Finals Rewind and became the NHL's latest team to form a dynasty to win 3 straight Stanley Cups. With that being said, your Bitty Bear game summary for Game 3 is as follows. Corey Perry would score 2 goals, one normally off of a quality check win for Smart, and of course, an empty net goal. Sergachev would take home the game winner and his third goal of this matchup. No penalties were given out by both. Neither team, I should say, would be resulting for a penalty, as the refs decided to have these 2 teams battle it out in game number 3. The quality check wins, no quality check wins for Colorado, but all of the quality check wins came for Tampa Bay as Jan Ruda, Corey Perry, Mikhail Sergachev, and Steven Stamkos would all take home quality check wins for Tampa Bay. Jan Ruda would take home the quality check win for Power. Corey Perry would take home the quality check win for Smart. Mikhail Sergachev would take home the quality check win for Speed. And of course, Steven Stamkos would also win the quality check win for Speed. The lone goal for Colorado came at the hands of Jack Johnson in the third period, breaking up a 50-minute scoreless, near 50-minute scoreless tie tie in the game that ultimately led to Tampa Bay winning by a final of 3-1. Here are your key plays from game number 3. In the 10th minute, of course, Darcy Kemper would make 2 key saves, one off the spec save and one off the play save. The play save came from the quality check win from Jan Ruda, and of course from the critical face-off off of Nick Paul. Nothing happened in the second period, and in the third period, of course, as mentioned, Jack Johnson would break the scoreless tie after almost 50 minutes of play, and of course, in the fifth and following that, Corey Perry and Mikhail Sergachev would net the goals necessary, the go-ahead goals from Corey Perry and Mikhail Sergachev, as Sergachev would net home the game winner with Corey Perry following up a little bit while afterwards with the empty net goal. Darcy Kemper would also make a huge key save off of Alex Killorn's shot rating in the 15th minute of the third period. And of course, here are your 3 stars from game 3. Star number 3, of course, they have to give it to Jack Johnson because he scored the game's first goal after after near 50 minutes of play of hockey. Mikhail Sergachev would net home the game winner in the third, as well as taking home a quality check win. Of course, star number 1, including the empty netter, Corey Perry would net 2 goals and a quality check win. And here are your 3 stars from today's matchup between the Tampa Bay Lightning and the Colorado Avalanche. Of course, it was all Tampa Bay after game 1, as Brandon Hagel would net 2 goals plus a quality check win. Steven Stamkos would get star number 2 as he would net 2 goals and 2 quality check wins in this matchup. But Mikhail Sergachev, from out of nowhere, as quiet as it could be, Mikhail Sergachev would net home 3 goals in this matchup, as well as netting home 3 quality check wins. We hope that you enjoyed today's episode of Stanley Cup Finals Rewind as part of the Hockey Blast Express Hour, featuring the 2022 Stanley Cup Finals between the Tampa Bay Lightning and the Colorado Avalanche. But let's see what's coming up next time here on the Hockey Blast Express Hour. And man, oh man, we're going to return to the all-time franchise great set as we will present another episode of Goal Scoring Frenzy here on the Hockey Blast Express Hour that will feature the all-time great franchise greats of the Boston Bruins and the Montreal Canadiens. This fierce original 6 rivalry will take yet another chapter in their historic rivalries, but this time it'll be featured in a fierce, tense battle for 60 minutes to see who will score the most goals. Stay tuned for that episode to drop here on the channel at 3 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. UK time next week, Wednesday, here on the channel as part of the Hockey Blast Express Hour. We hope you enjoyed today's episode of the Hockey Blast Express Hour. We look forward to bringing you more episodes of Rivalry Night, Stanley Cup Finals Rewind matchups, and goal scoring frenzy throughout the 2025-26 National Hockey League season.